welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your transformation guru, Samya Bano. Are you overcoming big challenges in your life? Do you want to transform the world? Is fear holding you back from taking the bold action you need to create massive positive change? If so, keep listening and transform that fear into freedom. I've been thinking a lot recently about the idea of creating change with love. Why? Because everywhere that I look, I'm seeing increasing levels of fear, hatred, anger, frustration, and all of these feelings, they are signals that our hearts and our minds send us to let us know that there is something very wrong with the way things are, that we need something to change. And the greater the sense of discontent, the greater the sense of fear, anger, hatred, the greater the need we have for change. And as more and more of us are finding ourselves experiencing these feelings, experiencing this need for change, we're also finding that we are not able to agree with each other on what to change and how to change what we do want to change. We're just not able to agree with each other. We're, in fact, so divided in our ideas of what needs to change that we are literally scared of the other side being able to win, of the other side being able to create the changes that they want. We are in a place where we are finding ourselves being afraid that if the other side gets to create the changes that they want, that will mean that we have to lose, that we have to submit to living in a world that we are afraid to live in, that we believe we would hate to live in. It makes us angry to even think that we would have to live in such a world. And so we want to do everything we can to stop the other side from being able to win at our expense. True or true? Now, things get even worse, right? Because not only do we have this fear, and this fear is so strong that it's actually making us act, right, in exactly this way, where we are doing everything we can to stop the other side, or who we perceive to be the other side, from being able to win, from being able to accomplish their visions and goals and dreams. And they're doing the same to us, right? And so it's like we have gotten ourselves stuck in this kind of lose-lose situation where any gains I make, I lose them because of the backlash I receive from the other side. And any gains the other side makes, they lose them pretty soon because of the backlash from my side, right? So we're just like stuck in this lose-lose battle. And it's just making everything worse. It's like things were bad before and now they're getting even worse. Because we're stuck in this lose-lose battle. So now the question is, what do we do? I mean, look, this strategy of just giving in. It's not even a strategy. It's just us being stuck in this place of just being, giving into our fear, acting out of our fear, out of our anger, out of our hatred. It's just, it's backfiring, right? So isn't it time for us to take a pause and think, hey, we need to do something different so that we can get to a better place, so that we can advance in a positive direction, create some sustainable wins that, I can feel good about and not have to worry about the backlash and how I'm going to lose that gain, lose that win. Sustainable change. How can I create positive, sustainable change for myself? And the answer that comes to me is that we need to come together. We need to come together. And we need to come together in a way where we're able to love each other, where we're able to trust each other, where we're able to care about each other, and therefore able to help and support each other in meeting our needs. Meeting them in a way where we can create win-win solutions so that I get to have my needs met and the people that I perceive to be on the other side also get to have their needs met. So that we don't have to worry about, hey, that other person is now going to sabotage me and take this away from me and all those kinds of things. Why? Because we're now cooperating. We're on the same side. We've come on the same side. Who was it that said that the best way to eliminate your enemy is to make him your friend? That is really what we need right now. Is we need to eliminate our enemies by making them our friends. So how can we make friends? That is where love comes in, right? Because love, by definition, at least by my definition, is the experience of oneness. It is the experience of being connected. It is the experience or the result of the experience of our recognizing how we're interconnected and interdependent. We experience that sense of oneness, that sense of commonality as the feeling of love. It is the foundation of a good friendship, of any real friendship, isn't it? It's like we're naturally drawn towards people that we feel we have something in common with. Those are the people that we want to make friends with. So if there's someone that I'm not friends with right now and I want to become friends with them, then we have to sort of reverse engineer our way into creating that result. We have to work to find what we have in common. It's like if I'm not able to see that right now, then I have to work to figure it out. What do we have in common? That's the first step. And I can bet you, I don't care how different you think you are from someone, you can find things in common with them. You just have to be willing to put in the effort that is necessary, to be able to put in the time that is necessary. You have to be willing to open your heart. You have to be willing to practice compassion and empathy towards that person. And if you're willing to do that, I am ready to bet my life that you will be able to find things in common with that other person. You will be able to find things that will allow you to feel connected with that other person. I've shared with my listeners of this show before that I am a survivor of child sexual abuse. If I can find that sense of empathy and compassion towards a person who sexually abused me when I was a child, you can find something in common. You can find some point of connection that will allow you to experience some sense of empathy and compassion with whoever it is that you are finding yourself having a challenge with right now. You can do it. I've never in my life hated anyone with more passion, with more intensity, with that hate consuming all of me, all of my time, my energy. I've not hated anyone with more of a passion than I hated the person who sexually abused me when I was a child. And yet, through a process of healing and committing to letting go of my anger, of my hatred, of my fears, so that I could experience peace again, so that I could experience happiness again, I was even able to find compassion in my heart, an empathy in my heart for the person who sexually abused me. So I'm willing to bet my life that you can do that too. With whoever it is that you're currently having a challenge relating to right now. You can do it. We can do it. And that is the first step for us to be able to come together, to be able to find win-win solutions so that we can move together in a positive direction. Share the world, the one single planet that we have to live on together in peace, in harmony, for the benefit of us all. So I challenge you to find someone, you won't have to look very hard or very far. You know who you're having challenges with in your life. I'm sure you can name many people. So my challenge to you is to just pick one. Just pick one of those people. And don't pick the person that is the most challenging for you. Just pick someone that you kind of agree with, but kind of disagree with. You have some problem with, but you can kind of sort of see yourself resolving that issue with them if you put in some time and effort into it. Just choose that person just to start things off with. And really put in that time and put in that effort to practice empathy and compassion towards them, to reconnect with them, to rediscover how you are connected to them, how your well-beings are connected to each other. And once you have, done that and gotten some success at it, then pick another person who's maybe just a little bit more challenging. And then so on and so forth. Get one done, move on to the next person who's a little bit more challenging, with the goal of eventually, hopefully, you get to be lucky enough to live long enough to get to a point in your life where there's no one you hate anymore. Because there's no one that you are willing to leave outside of your circle of love and concern and compassion and empathy. For now, just start with one person, whoever you can start with, and we'll go from there. All right? So until we connect next time, I wish you all the best with this challenge. And if you find yourself needing some help or support on this, I'm one person you can connect with, and I'll be more than happy to do what I can to help and support you. So just connect with me. You can do that easily by going to my website. That's academyofthriving.com. Click on the Contact Us page and you'll see how we can connect. So until next time, I wish you lots of peace and joy.